Ronald Forbes, Cayman's Olympic veteran, has overcome many hurdles in his life in the past 3 months. A year-ending injury should have taken him out completely from competing right here at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games in the men's 110-meter hurdles. But his coach, Joey Scott, says it was much more than experience that got him through that finish line.
I was super proud of him. That was one of the, even though we didn't get the results that we wanted, he showed me that he has a lot of heart. He has a lot of pride for his country. He has a lot of pride for himself. He showed me a lot in that race.
Yesterday was not one of my best performances, but my toughest performance to date.
It's crazy because 24 hours, before the race, I was going to yank him out the race.
Prior to coming here, I think the first time I went over hurdles was maybe 2.5 weeks ago.
But he wanted to carry his country flag on his back across the line, and that showed me a lot about what type of athlete he is. See, a lot of times, a lot of people get the misconception that it's all about track and field, and they don't realize that 99.9% of the time, it's about, when you come to Olympics and World Championships, it's about the character of the athlete. And that showed me a lot of character, a character within him.
And my coach is like, Ron, this is the best, this is the most ready you're going to be at this point. He's like, all I can tell you, man, is go out there, rely on experience, rely on faith, rely on God, rely on everything that you possibly had in your being to execute that race. Being a professional at the level I am, you don't make excuses about, when it was raining and, a bird flew by or whatever the case should be. The thing is, all 8 guys or all 9 guys had to line up just like I did. It was raining in all 9 lanes and it was cold in all 9 lanes. The weather factor last night was insignificant to the storm I faced in the last 3.5 months. I got out and I was like, okay, I am literally about to do this. This is the first time I've seen 10 hurdles lined up at competition height in 3 months. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And as I kept going, I was like, just keep clearing them, keep clearing them, keep clearing them. And I made it through the line. I bent down. I was like, man, I don't even know what time it was. I didn't even care at that point. I was just like, the fact is, I just cleared 10 hurdles after having less than 2 weeks of hurdle practice.
He made it 10 barriers. A lot of people don't understand that with his injury that he had, he was supposed to be out for the rest of the year. But just with his determination and his heart, he came back. I mean, it's 12 weeks. He just got injured 12 weeks ago. And for him to come out and do this and make it over 10 barriers and just put aside his pride and say, no matter what the outcome is, I want to carry Cayman Islands across that line. That says a lot about an athlete. It says a lot about his character, and it shows a lot about his, his relentlessness.
Last night was a success, even though it was of not the quality that I would expect it. And it takes an unbelievable amount of effort and an unbelievable amount of dedication just to make it here. Many people don't understand what it is just to make it to the Olympics.
He got a lot left in the tank. He's one of the top hurdlers in the world. He's proven that over and over again. He keeps dropping his time. He keeps breaking the national record, not because he's a great athlete, but because he has character and he's a great person.
I just need a couple of weeks and some downtime just to literally take a deep breath and to gather myself.
I know he's not 100%, but I told him to give me 100% of himself, and that's what he did. Now it's all about going back to rehabilitation, making sure that that muscle is strong, and making sure that he gets back 100%, and we go into swallow training, and sky's the limit for him.
Ronald and his coach are confident his hurdling career has just begun, and perhaps in 4 more years, he'll be known as Ronald Forbes, Cayman's 4-time Olympian. Jade Webster, Cayman Islands Olympic Committee.